just can't say enough about health. A guy being healthy. Hey.
Man, Jayson Tatum loves playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Absolutely loves it. Welcome to Celtics postgame live. Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg. Tatum had 41 points tonight. Celtics get the win. Final score 127-116. So they won by 11 there against the Hornets. But Forsberg, they're up by 28 at one point. Charlotte wouldn't go away. Nice and pesky, but Celtics able to hang on.
It's such a luxury to have a Jayson Tatum on your team. We were talking about it. Derrick White has this monster first half, and yet you look up, and Tatum quietly got 18, and you're like, wait, he's going to finish as the leading scorer because this is what he does. He goes out there, and he takes over the game when he has to, gets to the basket with ease. And look, I'd love to see him be able to rest in a fourth quarter in a game you're up that big. But again, things got a little tight, and Jayson Tatum was just like, okay, fine, I'm going to do some crazy moves on the baseline, get some dunks, and put this thing away. And that's why, even when you're shorthanded, even when Derrick White goes a little bit cold in the second half, such a luxury to have a Jayson Tatum on the team.
It's all relative, though, to say that Derrick
right.
in the second half compared to what we saw in the first half. But getting back to Jayson Tatum, he's standing by with Abby Shin. Let's set it out to Abby.
Jayson, this game got a little too close for comfort. What was your approach coming back in?
Just finish the game. The NBA is a game of runs. Regardless of their record, they're a very talented team, and they can make shots, and that's what they did. And, we just stay with the course and finish it off.
What is it about these Hornets that you're able to be so effective? Another 40-piece wing dinner tonight.
Just stick with the game plan. Limit them in transition. They're a very fast-paced team, miss and makes, so just trying to get back. Limit turnovers and not foul, and just play solid defense.
It was raining threes in here. How much fun was that first half and what Derrick was able to do?
Man, that was great to see. Derrick has been balling. I think he made like his first 6 threes, so we just fed off that energy the rest of the game.
How important is it for you guys to go into the All-Star break strong?
Very important. Not look too far ahead because the goal is still the goal. Be the best team, get to the championship and win. So we can't skip steps, one game at a time, and we got a really good team on Sunday. So we got to get our rest.
Jayson, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Jayson Tatum also with a couple of threes tonight. Got to 1,000, youngest player ever to get to 1,000 threes as Celtics now 40-16 on the season. So they keep kind of piling up some of these wins. But, as you talked about there, it's a game of runs. And you saw Charlotte, especially late in that game. This is a team that's, basically playing for a lottery pick at this point, not going away. So the Celtics having to play the full 48.
But that's why they're like a wild card. They don't have to. They're not playing for anything. So some of these young guys get hot, and Terry can go off for a little bit, and all of a sudden it's a game again. But I go back to it. It's Tatum. It's like so few teams in the league have a guy where you're just like, hey, look, we need to steady this ship, or we just need to. When he's in there, he's such a positive. You go look at the numbers, and they got a little one-step fadeaway there, the alley-oop from Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah.
It's just. Everywhere that he went, he made something happen. 13-21, super effective. Let's remember, Giles, he was questionable on the injury report yesterday with an illness. Gets upgraded to probable today. Of course, he's going to play against this team. He feasts on them and just got wherever he wanted and did whatever he wanted. And I don't know. It's just like it's so hard to keep coming up with things to say about Jayson Tatum because it's just an embarrassment of riches.
Okay, well, let's see if Scal can add to the conversation. In Scal, it was Derrick White night for most of the night as he went crazy going for 33 points. It was all Derrick White in the first half, but Jayson Tatum, Scal, what'd you see out of him tonight? And just it feels effortless when he puts up these 40-point games.
Yeah, Tatum was spectacular. And you know what's amazing? It's, you're playing a game of basketball. Tatum goes out there and says, you know what? It's time for me to win this game. Let me get this on the elbow. Let me get this three real quick. Let me pass it to Sam Hauser. Push this lead back up to 20. So I don't know if you guys could see it live. Charlotte, they competed at a high level. It's probably the best I've seen them play, this season live. But, every time that those guys would kind of make a run, Tatum and be like, there are levels to this game. I respect you guys. You guys have done your thing today, but you're not on my level.
I don't know if he respects them. It feels like every time they play the Hornets, it's the absolute opposite of respect. He just goes out there and dominates. There's something about that team.
But here's the thing, too. Like, the way Charlotte played tonight, to Scal's point, if Derrick White doesn't build you like a 20-point lead at halftime, if he doesn't put you that far out in front, then this could be a scrap the entire way through, Scal.
Yeah, Derrick White was phenomenal, and it wasn't just that he was making threes. He was, he making threes out of his mind. He was defending, blocking shots, taking charges. He was getting to the rim, making plays, making people around him better. So I just thought across the board, a year ago today, Brad Stevens traded for Derrick White. Very similar to the Mike Muscala. Listen, last year, I wasn't watching a lot of San Antonio. I've heard of Derrick White. I know Derrick White. I watched Derrick White, but it wasn't like I'm studying Derrick White. He's been a phenomenal addition for this team. And from the fact that he moves the ball quickly, the Celtics kind of sometimes follow his lead where that ball starts popping around. He makes quick decisions. That's what that team needed last year. Of course, they need it now. Now the team's identity is to move that ball around. So Derrick White, we can kind of say a one-year anniversary, last year's trade deadline, and he's been unbelievable this season, and he was unbelievable in this game as well.
And step back and take the 10,000-foot view. It's just available every single night. This is now 82 games in a row since arriving in Boston that he has played. And for a team that is always beset by injuries, what a luxury that is as well.
Yeah, and the 33 points he had tonight, that's a regular season career high. He did have 36 in a playoff game with the Spurs, but he comes to the second player in NBA history with 30-plus points, 8 threes, 10-plus assists, 3 blocks, as Scal pointed that out on the broadcast. And 14th Celtic all-time with 8-plus threes in a single game. And yet, Scal, as Forsberg just brought up, too, this guy doesn't miss time. Like, he is Mr. Reliable for them, playing in every single regular season game for a team that always feels like they're dealing with something injury-wise.
There's a lot of players in the NBA I like, right? I'll throw a name to you guys, like Alex Caruso, right? I like Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso's diving all over the place. He's challenging guys, but he's always hurt. He always gets nicked up. The way that Derrick White plays, when you see his floater, he's got the three-point shot, he makes good decisions. So he's not going in there trying to force the ball on 3 or 4 guys and getting knocked to the ground, 10, 15 times a game. So I'm not saying he doesn't hustle. That's not part of it. But the way that he plays, there's some durability there because he knows how to play, he makes the right play. He's not blind. He can see everything out there. He gets to where he wants to go. So, that when you have guys that are going to miss games and you can bring a guy in as a starter, as a bench guy, doesn't matter where he plays, the availability sometimes is the best ability. And I'm not sure we win this game if Derrick White's not out there.
All right, let's get into the DraftKings same-game parlay. Forsberg, we'll be back with you in just a bit.
I just want to say before you get to it, I'm sorry about my guy, Rob.
Yeah, well, let's get into it now.
I went all in on Rob Williams on the double-double today. I don't know what I was thinking. Your boy, he was shaky today. I think your boy Rob was thinking, it's the Charlotte Hornets, and they got rid of Plumlee. Man, Mark Williams played him tough. Nick Richards played him tough. You know what? That's on me. I'm going to take accountability. I thought Rob was going to have like a 14-point night tonight, but that's on me.
He had 16 rebounds. Like, let's not talk about him like he didn't play well.
No,
he did
but when I go out there and say he's going to get a double-double, that's what I'm expecting.
He had a couple taken away from him early in the game that were questionable, but that didn't matter. He finished with 4 points. But Derrick White, you were spot on with that one, Scal. We're looking at the slip, and we're like, hey, Derrick White's got to make 3+ threes. What do you know? He did that, I think, in the first 5 minutes, so we had that one crossed off the list.
Yeah, that was easy. That was the easy one. I knew he was going to play well with Jaylen Brown out. The other one was, how about the 15-point one? Because you had the Celtics build a huge lead. Typically, the Charlotte Hornets, they go uber selfish and start going out there and jacking up shots, but those guys competed today. So it ended up Charlotte coming back into this game, and the Celtics didn't end up winning by 15. I don't feel bad about that one. That kind of happens in the NBA. But I kind of thought that we would get a big lead against these guys. I just feel bad for you guys. The Rob Williams, I thought he was going to get 14 points tonight, give you about 12 rebounds, and have a really big night and dominate the paint. But I was only half right on that.
That's okay. Hey, we got another chance at it on Sunday. The Celtics winning this game by 11. By the way, that was the line, Celtics by 11. It's amazing how it always comes back and lands right on it. Meanwhile, Scout, thanks so much. Appreciate the hustle. You look at Derrick White, and these were his numbers on DraftKings. at the start of the night. Points, it was 15.5. Blew past that. Forsberg, three-point field goals, 2.5, 8. I mean, the only thing that he didn't exceed was the rebounds, but otherwise, just a monster night for Derrick White. So those were the pregame numbers there. Meanwhile, soon enough, DraftKings Sportsbook, Boston's hometown sportsbook, will be live right here in Massachusetts. Sign up now, and new customers will receive up to $200 in bonus bets on launch day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Raptors when you sign up. All right, let's send it back out to the Garden. Abby Chin is standing by with interim head coach Joe Mazzulla.
Joe, I know no lead in the NBA is safe, but how big would the lead have had to have been to not put Jayson back in?
I have no idea.
There's no threshold for you?
No.
It's just a feel for the game?
Do what you have to do to win the game.
How big of a confidence booster is it for him to come back on the floor and then to close things out like that?
He plays pretty confidently throughout the entire game. So
Yeah. Another 40-piece tonight. Derrick White, we've talked repeatedly about how you have to remind him to be aggressive. Tonight, did you have to tell him to shoot more?
No, it was great. I loved him. He didn't pass up open shots. Got his feet set, was not hesitating at all. And when he plays aggressive on both ends, we're a great team.
What kind of boost did that give everyone else?
I think, people are happy for him. And, we have a great locker room in the sense where everybody celebrates each other's successes. And so I think that kind of got us going on both ends of the floor.
And then Mike Muscala got in late last night. Not even sure if he was going to be available today, and you threw him in the first quarter. What did you want to see? What did you see?
I liked his effort, liked his energy. Just got to get him up to speed on our defensive language and our system. And then offensively did a great job creating 2-on-1s, creating separation for himself and others. And just another ball mover and a guy that can make shots. So liked his energy, liked his buy-in, and just got to continue to execute.
And then do you like the way your guys are playing right now? Not really.
I do.
Limping
Yeah,
into
I think
the All-Star
Charlotte.
break.
I think Charlotte's a hard team to play against. They have a lot of talent. They put a lot of pressure on you the entire game because of how talented they are. And so, we had moments of just where we weren't the best version of ourselves as far as our offensive decision making. I thought our guys played hard the entire time. And when you're in situations like that, you have to play hard, but you also have to execute. And that's the hard thing to do, is execute all the time.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Joe
you, Abby.
Popovich at the start there.
Yeah, not giving up too much. Celtics win at 127-116. Well, we're going to hear more from Joe Mazzulla coming up here on Celtics.
I don't know how much more we're going to hear.
Oh, come on. We'll get much more. Celtics get their 40th win. We'll be back right after this.